Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at blue-black Standstill Kaito deck in Thomas format. So I wanted to play with the Standstill a little bit more. Last time we tried a blue-white control list, and this time around we're going to be trying a blue-black list that is playing 3 copies of Standstill and 3 copies of this card called Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. So what the Kaito provides for the Standstill deck is the fact that ninjutsu can bypass the Standstill, letting you ninjutsu and then keep attacking your opponent and keep growing this card until opponent decides to play a card and gives you 3 cards. But not only that, there's a lot of other blue decks out there, and Kaito happens to be a really insane card versus other blue decks, considering that ninjutsu is uncounterable, and not to mention this also has hexproof as well, and against other big creatures you can also put a 2 stun counters on it. So Kaito just kind of happens to do almost everything against those decks. And along with Kaito, we also play a lot of different flash creatures. We have Orcish Bowmasters, we have Wanji Tong that you can play on opponent's turn into a Standstill, which was also highly effective just Wanji Tong alone in a blue-white list. So with the help of Orcish Bowmaster, it should be a lot better. So having said that, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Thomas Plus 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on there. Alright. Is this a good hand? Eldrazi. Wow. In Timeless? Guess I gotta draw like Strip Mine pretty fast here. Otherwise, this is like an unwinnable matchup. Like, we're just gonna need to, you know, find the Strip Mine as fast as possible. I'll play the Sewer first. Into a stock up. Yeah, I'm only interested in trying to find the Strip Mine to slow this down. Force of Negation. No Strip Mines to be seen. Which isn't good. Which isn't good. This could be a sneak attack deck. Yeah, thinking about it, could be a sneak attack deck. Alright, I'm just gonna let this go. I'm trying to see if I can find another blue card here for the Force of Negation, so I can stand still here. It's a mana drain. I'll play the Standstill. Sticks. They went with the Show and Tell. Let's see if I can counter that. It does work. I find a Strip Mine, so I'm going to get rid of an Ancient Tomb here. Fire Magic, main deck. Goblin Bombardier. It's an interesting card. Goblin Bombardier. I think they might actually have some like brainstorm or something. Omniscience? Really? The thing is, opponent has a fire magic, by the way. This could mean they have more fire magic. So I think I'm just going to Bowmaster twice here. And then leave up a mana drain. Yeah, so we knew that was coming. Now we deal 4 damage. We have 2 counter spells. Nice. I thought it was Eldrazi, but I do think it's a sneak attack. Now that I've seen it. Force of negation. Do we want a Brazen Borrower? Maybe. Fatal Push doesn't seem that great from the looks of it. We'll have a copy of Cling to Dust. Do I want Commandeer? That's like the thing. Do I want a Commandeer? Maybe I do. I can steal like stock ups and stuff like that. I guess like Subtlety's not that good. It's okay. Hand is okay. Could be better. Chrome Mox. Into a Ponder. They play Force of Negation. I could brainstorm into, like, if I don't get a fetch land, I can Ponder on my turn to shuffle. Or should I Ponder now? I'll brainstorm first. I probably have to strip mine the Ancient Tomb here. So I did get a land. It's really problematic if they have a Show and Tell though. Yeah, it's probably... If it's like a show and tell, it's probably bad. I'll see if I can find a force of negation. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can find force of negation here. Nope, nothing. Nothing. So they found another ancient tomb. I think I might want to Brazen Borrower the Chrome Mox away. Okay, that's acceptable. Alright, let's brainstorm. We got a mana drain. We have a mana drain and a commandeer, actually. Commandeer, the standstill, and subtlety away, and the mana drain. I want to keep the strip mine. Okay. Maybe I was actually supposed to bottom the Orcish Bowmaster because... Okay, so that's what they played. We're okay with that. Okay, GG's. Alright, wow, we have an insane hand. We have a Tameo, Brainstorm, Force of Negation. Isn't this the classic where, like, if you play the Tameo, if you see a Tameo, you wanna, get rid of it, but then opponent can have a Force of Negation, but then they also have a Brainstorm at the same time? Like, that's kind of insane. They surrendered immediately after mulliganing 4 times. I'm guessing this is like a combo deck. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a combo deck. Watch it not be a combo deck. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, that would be absolutely hilarious, actually. Watch it not be a combo deck. I'm gonna leave like 2 Fatal Push just in case, and I'm also going to take out like all the standstills because I don't know what they're playing. If it's a combo deck, I don't want... Actually, do I want standstill against a combo deck? I'm not actually sure. I mean, Kaito for sure, right? Maybe 1 copy of Ponder. And a copy of Edict. Alright, we got a Subtlety and a Commandeer. Okay, it seems like it's seems like it's a combo deck. They put it on top still. The opponent still puts it on top. I think I might want to... I guess I'll play the Island because he can only take away 1 card. If they take away a Commandeer, I get to reanimate. I get to Spell Pierce the reanimate. If they get rid of a Spell Pierce, I get to Commandeer the reanimate. The Void Walker. This isn't good. I guess Treasure Cruise is useless. And in case opponent plays a Grief, I'll top Spell Pierce here. So I'm gonna Polluted Delta and pass the turn. Yeah, this is a full-on combo deck. Yeah, there you go. Besiege the Mirror. I guess I'll just Mana Drain, since I can play the One-Sheet Tong next turn. I'll Mana Drain here. We still have a Commandeer for whatever to come, so... That's like the worst case scenario, we play a Commandeer. So this could be Necro. That could be Necro here. So we can One-Sheet Tong for X equals 2. X equals 4, I mean. Draw 2. See if I get a blue spell. We did. Okay, so now we have either a Spell Pierce or Commandeer. Perfect. Necro Dominance. Necro Dominance. I don't think I want Necro Dominance. I think I Spell Pierce. Like, it's gonna hurt me so much, right? 1 Lender. 2 Lender. Is Golgari mid-range? I'm assuming. Sultai something? It's really hard to tell what this is, by the way. Double Force of Negation. Could be a show and tell. Yeah, it could be a show and tell. Okay, I need to draw some lands. Maybe playing the Standstill was a mistake. I should have maybe played out the Orcish Bowmasters and stuff like that first. Oh, it's a Reanimator. I'm learning a bit here with the Standstill. I think you're supposed to actually play creatures first before you stand still. Okay, I'll draw first. And then I will force a negation. Get rid of Ponder. And I'll flash in Orcish Bowmaster. And opponent passes. Attack. I'll play the Tameo. I'll play another Standstill.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
It lands. Wait, opponent, like... Didn't you wanna...
This will be a boon to my research.
I mean, I guess I have to, like, discard. Maybe that was their goal. Could be. Actually, this is a Blumina card. So we have, these four. Maybe I wanna get rid of a Fatal Push here. Since opponent's, like, playing Troll, the Troll of Khazad-dûm and stuff like that. Binding of the Old God. Okay, well, that is a card. I'm gonna let that go because I only have one counter spell against like a Show and Tell potentially coming out. Or, you know, something like that. That's okay because we have a Sheldur's Edict. Shock that in, play the Sheldur's Edict. Attack. Play this out. And we're gonna pass.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
Collective Brutality. Uro. Okay, now that's a card. That is definitely a card. Orcish Bowmaster.
In the right hands, knowledge is the sharp.
I think I let opponent actually take away a card. Since I'll probably need to have a subtlety up here for the Uro. So it seems like they're like playing some sort of like a reanimate slash Uro deck? Mid-range? Question mark? Okay, so opponent tops it. Do we want anything? Maybe a brainstorm?
Respect the library.
Okay, we got a Mana Drain and Treasure Cruise. And a Kaito. Perfect. Boom. Boom, boom. Alright, GG's. So we have a reanimator. I'm gonna add in a Cling to Dust and a Ghost Vacuum. Copy of a Brazen Bee. The Fatal Push is kind of mediocre, right? Because it only answers Uro. Drown in the Lock has a hard time answering Uro because of the escape. I think it's okay. Mana Drain's good. Sheldred's good. Subtlety is okay, it seems. If they play like I haven't seen opponent's entire deck, but there's a good chance opponent also plays things like Grief and stuff. Standstill was amazing. Kaito's obviously gonna be insane against Uro and Troll of Khazad-dûm. I think I just cut like a copy of a Brainstorm. This hand is not good. I mean, maybe. We have a Ponder and a Brainstorm, but the thing is, if they go Grief Reanimate and they take away these two cards... I mean, that means if I just draw a land, I have a Shelter's Edict. Maybe. So opponent was a Stifle gamer, right? They were a Stifle gamer. They were a Stifle gamer. Alright, so I want a Ghost Vacuum, and I also want to Ponder. I think this is a good Ponder here. We'll Polluted Delta to shuffle away the Tameo. Also have a Brainstorm. We can also one Shitong as well. Couple of different options here. Collective Brutality. Okay, sure. Let's Ponder. It doesn't seem like they have anything. I do want another land. Do I want to shuffle away the Mana Drain though? I think I do. I think the Ghost Vacuum is more important to land. Another Collective Brutality. So I feel like the only deck that would be playing Collective Brutality is for self-discard purpose for reanimating, right? That's like the only thing I can see. Okay, that's fine. Pretty cool deck opponents playing, actually. Wait, this triggers off of a... Wait, what? Wait, isn't this a... Infinite? Wait a minute. Opponent? Oh, it's a May effect. So they get to decide. I see. Interesting. That's a cool card. That is a cool card.
I learned something that you didn't expect to see me here.
Okay, that's a land.
6 different ways.
Do I want another one of this in case the Kaito dies? Let's say they play a blocker and somehow gets rid of a Kaito, maybe. And then we can put a stun counter with the
How am
Kaito.
I supposed to focus on only one project?
This is a really fun deck opponent's playing. I'm not sure about this card. It is a powerful effect, but as you can see, like, the Bowmaster does kind of answer things. Ooh, that is very strong. Hold up. 4 mana. They get 4 mana here. So that's 7. So they can play like multiple cards. Okay. What is your play? Wither Bloom Command. Now they have 5 mana to answer the Kaito and potentially have a blocker. The even if they play a big creature, I can just stun use a stun counter on the Kaito with the Kaito, so they would have to get rid of this card now, but we did see a Binding of the Old God from opponent. But even then, I can ninjutsu the Tamio here into dealing 3 more damage. So we'll see. Double. Double. We have a double here. So we can't quite kill them, right? Unfortunately. So even if I make it plus into that, that's only 4 damage. Like we put a stun counter on it, and then we put another stun counter on it.
I've seen scarier things in a bowl of noodles.
I don't know if there was a lethal there. I don't know. I do not know. How did they do this? Like, they perfectly established themselves going to 1 with this card. They just knew. Right? Opponent just knew that this was gonna happen. How did they do that? How did they do that? Four cards in the yard. Uro says it needs 5 cards, so you need 2 more in the yard. So Thoughtseize, Veil of Summer, they cast the Uro. Oh my god. They go to exactly 1 again. Oh my god. Wait, I can just tap it. Oh my god, the Kaito! The Kaito! Alright, we have a Tamio, we have a Subtlety, but especially if this is an energy, outside of a Subtlety, my hand is kinda meh. I think this hand is much better. Mana Drain is a lot better than something like a Shelter's Edict in this case, I guess. It could be Esper Tempo as well. Yeah, it looks like it's Esper Tempo. This is probably Brainstorm. Seems like it. I think if they had a 1-mana creature, they would have actually played it on turn 1. A lot of 2-mana cards stuck in my hand. A Creeping Tar Pit. Interesting. Interesting. Wow, it's another Standstill deck. Sure. Okay, that's actually really insane. Got a Subtlety as well. They keep getting their land drop. I'm trying to see if they can like miss a beat. No, you keep getting your land drops. You keep getting your land drops. I don't know, like... If I start playing cards? I think I have to let them draw a card. Draw 3 cards here. They don't miss a beat. I mean, the thing is, I have Kaito, so I kind of feel inclined to maybe potentially, like... Yeah, I'll let them draw cards, because I have Kaito right now. I just need one of the Bowmasters to resolve. I don't know how many copies of, maybe I should have played these Orcish Bowmasters a little bit earlier. But, I mean, that was my bad. So I have a Subtlety, Force of Negation. I'll also get rid of their land. I am going to try to get rid of it. These fatal pushes, that is. They're trying to crack everything. Island. Into another Force of Negation, sure. They must know I have a Subtlety. They're so low on life, so like if the Kaito ever sticks one turn, we might just win the game. I don't think I care about the Tamio.
Nothing like warm tea and a fascinating story.
The card that I'm worried about is a Bowmaster. Okay. That's actually kind of annoying what happened. That's actually kind of annoying what happened. Because now I can't actually attack with a Kaito and they could have a force negation. That's pretty well played. Let's see if they block. Okay, not afraid of another Bowmaster coming out. Sure. I think I probably have the subtlety. I'll just block this. Nah, that doesn't make sense. I need to make sure I counter like Psychic Frog or Bowmaster. I don't think I care about that. It's 4 damage. No, this is actually 5 damage if the subtlety lands.
Tell me everything you know about this plane. Violence is not the answer.
So we'll see here. Flare of Denial. So I can play the Kaito. Let's see if they have a Force of Negation first. Or should I just play the Kaito? The thing is they can get back a card. So I have to probably attack the Tamio anyways with the Kaito. So we'll see. We'll play the Sheldred's Edict first. Get rid of a Planeswalker, and then if they play a Force of Negation, we 2-for-1 them. And we're going to attack the Tamio here.
I learned some
Words.
out of the shadows.
Let's surveil.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Another subtlety. Do we want another subtlety? I think we do.
Use your words.
So we make a 4-5. I think opponent has a Bowmaster, and we'll probably have the subtlety here.
Underestimate my skills.
Get rid of you. One Sheet Tong. Sure. At least this is a little bit more cleaner trade, I guess.
Respect the library.
So opponent gets back Loris. Opponent does get back Loris here. Hard game. Definitely hard game.
Oh, 1 point for catching me.
I'll have to keep attacking Tamio here.
Aggression is unbecoming.
So I could put a stun counter on the Bowmaster. Probably not that good though. Let's just keep surveilling. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, there we go.
Gotcha, beat
So we have a
Caesar.
fatal push now. Now they got a fatal push as well. Okay, we'll have to mana drain this. And the Tamio might grab a Sheoldred's Edict to kill the Kaito here.
Use
I'll
the past to plan for the
probably fatal
future.
push the Orcish Bowmaster into Brainstorm. Wait. Opponent? Tom.
Give in.
That's a shame, opponent. That's definitely a shame.
I've trained with the best.
Always read. Always double check, always read. But I mean, I've definitely lost because of by doing something like that 100%, like 1000%, bunch of times. So yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. So Kaito is pretty amazing so far, especially in a matchup like this. It's an unbelievable card. I'm gonna go down on 2 brainstorms because of a Bowmaster. I'm not sure how correct that is, but maybe just 1. Subtlety's okay, Maladrine's good. Sheoldred's Edict is pretty good. I guess it's just Ghost Vacuum. And maybe a copy of a Standstill. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I'll do something like that. Alright. I'll play this and pass, since I have a Tamio plus a Brainstorm. I will say, maybe, like, turn to Standstill... Like, the way I played against the turn to Standstill, I should have just maybe casted a card, because if I do cast a card, especially in an opponent's turn, like, they might have to, like, discard, so maybe that was, like, wrong of me. One Shitong. One Shitong.
Oh no! I'm late for class!
Alright. Oh my my god, if this wasn't a tap land, we resolve a Kaito here, and it's like, woo, insane. Insane. Yeah, I think I'm just waiting for opponent to do something, and then we play a brainstorm, something like that. So they're just going to play a Wanshi Tong here. Sure. Yeah, this could be pretty devastating if I had a removal spell. I think they're banking on an Orcish Bowmaster here. I'll get rid of a Watery Grave before attacking. Oh, let's see. I think I'm actually made a mistake. Yeah, I think I actually made a mistake here. Alright, so the Orcish Bowmaster is going to ping 1. This is gonna grow to 3, right? And it's going to deal 1, 2. Oh, they got me. Oh, it's a Flare Denial. I see. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So they resorted to Flare of Denial. So maybe we could just stick in Kaito here. Stand still. Stand still. Oh, they just got it. Yeah, I think we lost this one. Yeah, unless we can somehow figure out how to get rid of this Orcish Bowmaster, we probably lose this one. And now they have a Psychic Frog as well. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, I think that is probably game. We aren't drawing our Force of Negation, so the Standstill always resolves. I think that's like the biggest problem we're seeing right now. We could try to play Spell Snare, actually. Most of their spells are 2-mana cards, actually. Instead of Stern Scolding. Not that we've been drawing Stern Scolding, to be fair. But we'll try this. Attack of the Bowmasters! Amio.
This is an interesting story.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to resolve a bunch of Orcish Bowmasters. Considering that you know, they played things like Standstill, blah blah blah. Maybe I just resolve a bunch of Orcish Bowmasters and hoping that opponent doesn't have removal spells. And hopefully that goes a little bit better here. I should have attacked first. Mana drain. So we have another Fatal Push. So I can top a Watery Grave into... These are all great cards, actually. I could Fatal Push now, and then attack. That's more damage. This way also, opponent gets to 2/4-1 themselves. And then we have another Fatal Push coming. Nice. Darn, they found the Bowmaster before I could leave up a mana drain. No. That sucks. Now they get to just draw a bunch of cards here. Oh, another Bowmaster. That's pretty good. So I can push for another damage with the Bowmaster, and 3 damage actually. So that's probably what I'm gonna do here. I don't know why it feels so one-sided. All of these games. It doesn't feel like we're on the winning side. Otawara. Yeah, all the games that I played, it feels like they have the edge. It could be because they're playing Hydroponics Architect and the Loris. I mean, like, that could be it. Yeah. I think I'm going to keep pushing for damage here. Opponent's almost dead. If they crack the Flooded Strand, they go to 2. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Just barely. I don't think I could have won this game if opponent didn't mess up in game 1, actually. So, yeah, I kind of see the limitations of the deck, right? I kind of see the limitations of the deck. Alright, so, played 5 games, went 4-1. We lost to the Golgari Midrange, now that I've played the deck for a bit, I kind of see some problems. Here. So initially I didn't have a subtlety at the start, and I eventually added in because the force of negation was just so bad against the Golgari mid-range. And generally, like, the subtlety has been pretty good throughout various kinds of decks that I played against. We played against the black combo deck, you know, with Dark Ritual, Sorin, things like that, with the Grief. In that matchup, like, the subtlety is really good, so that was good. But then against energy, like, it's okay, and against like a tempo deck, it's also okay, but it's not great either, since we are going down on the card, things like that. And another thing is that the Standstill was okay. It's a blue card. You can get rid of it using subtleties, force of negations, commandeer, things like that. For that purpose, it's good. It's actually pretty hard to land this card against other tempo decks, especially if you're playing a blue deck that doesn't have that many 1-drops, right? So we're only playing 4 copies of Tamiyo here, and we're playing 3 copies of Standstill. So what ends up happening is opponent plays a 1-mana card, so now you have to answer that 1-mana card. On turn 2, if they play a 2-mana card, now you have to answer that 2-mana card. So Standstill just keeps on standing still in your hand. Meanwhile, if opponent was to be playing Standstill, like Laura's deck that we just played against, they played Tamiyo and then they played Hydroponics Architect. If you go second against that deck, they go turn 1, Tamiyo, Hydroponics Architect. Turn 2, they just jam in Standstill, and then if you don't have a force of negation in your hand, you lose the game. So perhaps we do want Hydroponics Architect in the deck, but what do we take out? I really like the Kaito today. I think this is especially strong against other blue-black decks. It's actually kind of insane how powerful it is. And this card also pairs up pretty well with the Standstill. And from my experience, I generally do like flash creatures paired up with the Kaito or Standstill. So Wanshi Tong, Orchid Masters, these are all great cards to be played with the Standstill and Kaito. It's honestly like the rest of the deck, I think that needs to be worked on. But I mean, like, you can't really take away the Brainstorm, Ponders, and Fatal Push. So I think the flex slots are definitely like the Mana Drain, Sheoldred's Edict, Drown in the Lock, and Subtlety here. But you are also sacrificing interactions for Hydroponics Architect. So, I mean, I tried to build a deck as best as I could. So I'm not really sure. It could just be like a variance thing, you know, things like that. Maybe I could add Hydroponics Architect here, and that might actually help with the deck a little bit more. Because having things like Hydroponics Architect also kind of enforces other people to use cards, and then that card goes to graveyard, so it even makes Drown in the Lock even better. So maybe I'm supposed to play the Hydroponics Architect here, and potentially like go down on like a copy of a Kaito. Like I can see myself like doing this: a -1 Kaito, -1 Sheoldred's Edict, and the -2 subtleties for, you know, Hydroponics Architect. And you could put the subtlety, like 3 copies of subtlety or 2 copies of subtlety in the sideboard, like so. So that could be something that you can do if you really want to maximize your Standstill, but I also don't know if I like that too much. So yeah, cool card, Standstill's cool card. Today it wasn't that impactful. Kaito, on the other hand, was actually really helpful. Wanshi Tong was also kind of mediocre as well. So I mean, it could just be Wanshi Tong, like -2 Wanshi Tong, and then play 3 copies of subtleties here. Like, that could be also a thing you can do. So yeah, a lot of different ways to build a deck. I do think the Kaito is actually insanely sick with the Standstill. So, and this is a very, very insane mirror breaker. When I say mirror, like blue-black, you know, tempo decks, things like that. So yeah, Kaito kind of being slept on at the moment, for sure. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.